Welcome to the edition of Let's Play Farming Simulator 2013 on the Glenmalure farm. Alright, got a couple things. Jeez, got a couple things going on today. Wow, apparently I'm a little tongue-tied. We've got a couple things going on today. Let's take a little look at what we got over here. This guy's not doing anything. That's what I'm looking for. So we have our international. This is the... He's sitting over here with the seeder, ready to go. Now this is going to be test 1 with the seeder and the international harvester and using auto tractor. So we'll see how this goes. It should be fine. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Actually, is it auto tractor on? I can't tell because I have these things. Alright, this guy is sitting here, and we are going to go ahead and sell some sugar beets because we got 65,000 sugar beets to sell, and I feel like we should probably sell some of them because we're not going to give them all to our pigs at this point in time yet. So let's go ahead and set this guy on his way to sell sugar beets, and coincidentally, sugar beets sell very well at JF's pub. Yeah, that's the best place to sell them. So we're going to go ahead and sell a load of sugar beets at the JF's pub right now, and we'll see how much money we get. Maybe we'll get 1 or 2 loads in there, and then we'll go from there and see where we're standing basically. So let's get this guy set up here. Drive to the first point, make sure he goes on his way properly. Excellent. Let's hop into the Zill. The Zill is chilling out here with more pigs. As you probably have found out, I basically just stopped recording, took a little break, came back and started recording again. So there's a very short break between this episode and last episode. I haven't done, I've done nothing, I think. Maybe one thing, maybe. So very little basis what it boils down to. So it just works out. Sometimes this, when you're at the starting of the season, it's always nice to break up some of the stuff in between that you wouldn't, that's not always the most interesting stuff to see, but that's what I do every now and then. I'll break it up a little bit. But this time around, didn't really need to break it up because lots of stuff's going on, so we're good to go. Perfect. Alright, let's hop back to this guy. Not this, we need this. So, is auto tractor, where are we here? Already? Don't know why I went away from this guy already. There we go. Okay, auto tractor is... I lost what I was looking for now. There, auto tractor off. That means auto tractor is on, I mean. And I think for this one you actually have to turn on the seeder. Yes, you do. Alright, so I'm going to turn on the seeder, and we have this guy seeding barley here. And we'll see how it works out. He may or may not be fine with this field. I'm not really sure. He should be okay. Why is he set up this way? Oh, that's why he set up to reverse. But it does a pretty good job, actually. Oops. I actually don't want it in that particular manner. I want it to do this. There we go. Actually, I guess it really doesn't matter, does it? Let's just take a look at this field. Maybe it would be better to go this in circles here. Let's just do a little bit of seeding right there. Perfect. So that should be fine now. No, there you go. Now you should be fine. It's always got to be careful of which side is active, especially when you flip in between going up and down the field versus going in circles, because you will run into problems like I just ran into there. Because what it was trying to do was it was trying to detect the side, but I hadn't set up the proper side with it yet. So anyways, that's what was going on there. Alright, so the other field that we have is already cultivated, which is fine. So we're just going to need to seed it, so I'll have to wait till our seeder is done, and then we can deal with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring, obviously, this cultivator out to their field, because we are going to need to cultivate that field as well, because we don't have a no-till seeder at this particular time. We could get one, I suppose, but we'll leave it the way it is for the time being. Now, one thing that I will need to do probably is get something to deal with the problems I'm running into in terms of keeping the tractors fueled and seated. So as we get further and further away from our home base, we need to make sure that we have enough seed and enough fuel for our vehicles, basically. So there's something I want to pick up for that. Come on, just a little bit further. There we go. I always forget the support. Always, always, always. There we go. Huh. Goes right through that metal thing. Weird. Alright, the Unimog is at its location. Let's stop over here. So this guy's chilling out over here. So let's see how much money we get from this. This is for the sugar beets. So we got $7,400 right now. So we should be able to get a good little chunk of change from this. Let's see how much we get. 7,400. This should give us, I don't know, 5,000 at least. Something in that area. Not a crazy amount, but a good amount of money. Alright. There we go. Nice. Alright, 7,400. So that's 1,000. 2,000. 3. 4. Almost 5. That's what I expected, somewhere in that area. Back up to $12,000 now, which is good for us because that means we'll be able to pick up some more stuff. Whoops. Nearest point. There we go. Alright, let's hop over to this guy and fill up the pigs. So we only have 10 pigs left. So because I've been continually doing this for the last 2 episodes, we are slowly dwindling down our supply of pigs. But as soon as I accelerate time again, we're going to have a whole bunch of pigs. So I will need to get something bigger, I think. Or bigger trailer. But if I do that, I will need to adjust the display course I have set up right now. Because it probably can't go around the milk facility anymore. Not without running into problems, at least. So if I do get the Joskin trailer like was suggested, I will have to adjust some things for sure. It's funny, I discovered there actually aren't that many pig trailer or smaller pig trailers. Or decent ones, I guess is what it boils down to. Alright, so let's go ahead and start baling this right here. Actually, first, let's hop into this guy right here. Can I put this out? Yes, I can. So we need to fuel this tractor first, actually. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Let's refuel it. Apparently refuel is the same button that shows the bale counter. So we've made 24 bales in total. And we haven't made any this session, obviously. So, Alright, let's back this guy up here. Now, I was actually thinking about other tractors for whatever reason. And I was thinking about what would be a good other tractor to add to this farm. Either add or to... Maybe not to add, but maybe replace a tractor. And I was trying to think what would be a good kind of... What would be a good tractor to use, basically. So I was trying to trying to figure that out. I need to increase the size here. Increase size of bales. K. There we go. It's the K button, which apparently increases the size, because I want the maximum size, because the less bales I have to move, the better. But that's just my feeling, of course. Everyone doesn't feel that same way. Some people enjoy moving bales, okay? I am not one of those people. That's why I want bigger bales and smaller bales. You gotta admit, this particular baler is a pretty nice looking baler. The only problem is it's round bales. And I don't always want to do round bales. Sometimes I like making squares, which is why you have the big square, or the extreme baling pack, I suppose, which is basically that. Alright, let's move forward here a little bit further. 98, 100, perfect. So, the tractor I was thinking about replacing the Ursus with specifically, because we've had the Ursus for a little while now, and I was thinking what tractor would be a good choice to this farm, and I had a couple ideas. about what would be a good idea. Apparently if I drive too fast I can't get all the straw because I'm a terrible driver apparently. Jeez. I think because it's not a straight line. That's what I'm gonna blame it on. It's not a straight line, so I can't get all the straw. Alright, Zill has reached his waypoint. So one of the tractors I was thinking about getting is the John Deere, one of the 6R series tractors, because it's 175 horsepower, which is more powerful than the Ursus, and it's a really nice tractor and it's quiet. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's one of the reasons why I was like, well, what tractors do I have that are actually quiet on the inside? And there aren't, there are a few. Like this truck is actually pretty quiet on the inside, but there aren't that many tractors that are quiet on the inside, so you have to try and balance power and functionality, I guess would be the word I'm looking for. So, all right, Unimog is back at our farm. This is good. All right, continue. Let's get the Unimog here, and we're gonna sell another load of sugar beets. That'll be another $5,000 in our pockets. So we could probably do what, 20? So we could do 3 loads probably of this. So that's about $15,000 or so. Really? That's not in the right spot for it. Kind of surprised. I guess you need to be even closer. There it is. Yeah, that's strange. It's always funny, like, you have the big yellow and black square, so if you go in the square, it's not quite right. So this is like kind of, I think it's just because of the way the conveyor belt's positioned itself, and that's the reason why it's kind of a bit finicky in terms of where you have to position it. So, alright, perfect. Let's send this guy on his way, send him for the first waypoint. You should be okay. I don't think he's gonna run out of fuel. That would be that'd be pretty bad if he did. Excellent. Good. Speaking of fuel, let's go ahead and fill this guy up because we have not done that yet in a while. And we need to make sure all our vehicles have fuel. There we go. Took a while to start up. Alright, I believe there's fuel at the shop. I haven't driven this truck much, which is kind of funny actually, just because I haven't really needed to. Whoops. That's what happens when you get too used to driving tractors and not trucks, apparently. Especially in a small farm. Alright, let's go fill this guy up. We're going to do that over at the shop. And Unimog and the Zill are in traffic. Are they going in the same direction or something? Is that why they're in traffic? Yes. Well, that's funny. They're not going in the same direction, but they've encountered each other, so it's the way I have set up the courses, apparently. Alright, well, let's get this guy set up properly first. So let's fill up the... No, okay, this works out. I can live with that. Let's move this guy away. Yeah, that's pretty close. There we go. That should be fine now. As long as you don't reset the course. There we go. We're good. Alright, so the other thing I was thinking about doing is buying another piece for our gas truck here. So we have the fuel tank already. I was thinking about, oh, we have this. Oh, that only carries 4,000 though, eh? I wonder what it carries. That would be interesting to see what it carries. So I was thinking about getting the service platforms for seed and fertilizer, so I don't have to drive so far away to fill up my seeds. Speaking of that, let's just go check on this guy. Aha. That's unfortunate. Apparently the fences, they are his doom. Didn't even get all the way around. Oh, that's sad. Alright, well, let's do this for him, apparently. Alright, there we go. Apparently my tire is glitched. If you can see that or not. Oh, there it is. Yeah, well, this is probably faster than me doing it this way, apparently. A little bit faster, not completely faster. I'm definitely overlapping a lot more than he probably would. Alright, so let's get this corner, and then we'll set him on his way again. He should be fine. Should be in the key word there. So he was fine for cultivating, but apparently not for seeding, so go figure. Excellent. Yeah, that's annoying when that stuff like that happens. If I reset the tractor, it'll be fine, but it's just because it hit the wall and then glitched out or whatever, so. Anyways, Zill is back here. You, sir, have no pigs to carry anymore, so I'm going to put you out of the way for the time being, because you're going to be in my way. Let's put him back in here. Don't know why I never put him here before, but this is a good little place for him, assuming I don't need mixed rations anytime soon. Alright, let's continue on with our baling. So many little things happening at the same time. So this is where it becomes interesting because there's only so much I can do at the same time, because a lot of the stuff on this farm does require my attention, because I cannot delegate using courseplay, I guess, is what it really boils down to. You can do some things, but not everything, so it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's what it boils down to, so. Alright, nice. So we are going to get that service platform, and I thought we would need it sooner, but as you saw, the International is just chilling out there, making a mess, well, missing chunks. Actually, did he make that turn? Oh, he did make the turn. Okay, that's good. Well, at least he made the turn. That's fine. I thought he was going to mess it up, but apparently, I don't know what he's trying to do. I think he's just trying to line himself up properly. Yeah, that's what it is. Huh. Unimog. Here we go. So we get our $5,000 from this. Oh, there are cars that come down here. I didn't think there were any cars. That's like the first car I've seen that's done that. But it's silly because where they actually drive is like, I was wondering about that because when I was recording the courseplay course, I was like, well, should I drive in the middle of the road or not? That's what was going through my mind. And I was like, in the end, I decided I probably should respect the rules of the road and try, quote unquote, to stay on the right side of the road. And by right side, of course, I mean the left side, not the right side, because this is Ireland, not Canada, where you drive on the normal side. Well, normal for me at least. Perfect. I'm so happy I set up this course. This would have been so much more of a pain had I not set this up. Good. And I probably will have to refill this guy too. A little bit further. There we go. Perfect. This guy's full. Let's fill up the truck itself. Perfect. So this little tank holds like 2,500 liters, which is perfect. It's just perfect for the amount that we need. So it looks like the game just froze too. Something. Oh, I don't know what happened there. That was a pretty big lag spike though. Yikes. It's that car right there. Those cars. It must be, because they're like shiny and stuff. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna save the game just in case, because losing progress is never fun. I don't know what it is. Wow. Maybe a scan starter or something. That would be a pain. Yeah, something's definitely scanning or something. Maybe it's these cars. I don't remember them being this shiny, but I wonder if something started. Something maybe started downloading or something. So what I might do is I might just get back to the farm and then see what's going on, and see what's what, because I obviously don't. Well, it seems to be fine now. Must have been just around the shop. That's strange. We'll see how it goes. If it does it like a lot, maybe anymore, perhaps I will stop recording. So I apologize for the lag spike. I have no idea what was going on there. I think my computer is probably doing something in the background that I can't see, and that's the reason why I decided to give me an enormous lag spike. Alright, so let's go over here. park this guy back where he was before, because this is a nice little spot for him. You can actually use the mirrors on this too, which is kind of cool. If I can do that, let's just see. So I'm not sure if you can see the mirror. Oh, there's the wall. I can't tell how close anything is, but yeah, not really that helpful. It's hard to tell where exactly that stuff is. All right, there we go. And let's open up the door. Apparently, let's get out of the truck here. I wonder if you can close the door from the inside, outside. No. Anyways. Beeping at me again. There we go. It's funny, when I hop into this tractor, I randomly got into the habit of turning the turning my volume down because I don't want to hear this tractor anymore. Like for you guys on YouTube, it's not that loud. You might hear it, but it's not crazy loud like it is in my ears. For whatever reason, I guess. There we go. I'm ready to go again. Yes, excellent. So. Anyhow, yeah, I'm not sure what the lag spike was. I bet you it was like Windows decided to start downloading something, and I'm just not outside of a game. So normally in game, I'd probably just pop out and be like, "Hey, what the heck's going on?" But in this situation, breaking up recordings into chunks is never fun because then you need to put them together. And actually, with OBS, it's not so bad because I have to use Movie Maker anyways in order to export the video into the proper format. As opposed to what my other program would do, which I just did it all within the program itself. But here I have to manually import the video into Windows Movie Maker and then export it from Windows Movie Maker. It's not so bad, really. I have to remember to do it. Actually, the funny thing was, this morning I realized, so this morning being Saturday, April 12th, I realized how few videos I had saved up for the following week. So I was like, oh, I guess I better record some videos. Because I'll play Farming Simulator in like a huge chunk of time, and then I'll stop playing it for like a few days. That's what I've discovered, at least. That's what I ended up doing. I don't know why, but just seems to be the case. Like, I'll play a lot on the weekend usually, and then I'll play a very little bit during the week. So I'll record an episode or two when I need to, and then I won't play after that, just because I don't want to play the game out too much, I guess what it boils down to. And sometimes I'll do off-camera stuff, so it really depends on which map I'm playing on. Like, there's not a crazy amount I can do outside of this particular map when I'm not playing. That's cool. I realized I could see the bale inside of there. Maybe you can see it now. And I'll see if I can show it to you next time. Alright, let's hop over to the Unimog. Because he has, what, one more load you can probably take? Yeah, maybe one more load. That'll give us around $22,000. It's still better to sell silage, which is ridiculous. When you think about it, at least. It's like, honestly, if you wanted to get anything in the game, all you need to do is silage, apparently. But at least silage in this particular map, it does decrease in decrease in price after you've sold it a little bit, because it's like a commodity in this game where you have to. If you sell too much of it, the price will tank, as opposed to other maps where you can just continually sell it and it never goes down. Or I say other maps, not necessarily other games, but. Alright, I'm just gonna fuel this guy up before I forget about it again. Third time's a charm. Well, not third time, but just need to remember to fuel him up this time. I suppose I could have done it along the way. Like, there's no. What I would normally do is I would just pick a point, either place down or pick a point, drive past a fuel truck or a fuel tanker or something. But in this case, there's nothing that's really on the way. That's not completely. I wouldn't get a completely make the truck stop, essentially. So I don't mind manually refilling it. It's not that big of a map. If If I was playing on the Duke farming map or something like that, I would definitely have to arrange it accordingly, but for now, this will do just fine. First points. Let's see how he turns here. He should be fine, but you never know. No, he's not going to be fine. Okay, well, let's set him up properly then. That's always what you got to do sometimes. I really should have made the turn a bit better. Fine. You know what? Let's just back this guy up a little bit further, and then make sure he gets the first waypoint. Because I drove back the same way here, it's going to be a bit funny in order to get that first or second waypoint, because the way it's set up is the end of the course does this basically here, and it's kind of hard to figure out which one's which for course play apparently. Oh well. This guy's chilling out. Here we are. Let's continue on with the baling. So the nice thing about now, like on this at this time in the map, is that we do have a few things going on, so makes it good, because then it's not all baling, at least in this situation, and it's not all of one particular thing. So, although the baling is going to take a lot longer apparently because of it. But let's check on this guy. How's this guy doing? Yeah, he's thinks he's done. I think. I don't know why he decided to do it like that. Alright, let's just finish this off ourselves. And if we are going to do this, we should probably turn off this thing right here, because this is chilling out right in the middle of the field. Alright, there we go. Alright, looks like we have more than enough seed. I thought we would have run out of seed, but I guess not. So, okay, that's cool. I can live with that. So normally if there was a headland up here, it wouldn't be a huge thing, but obviously I missed it a little bit because I wasn't driving the whole time. If I had been driving the whole time, I probably would have done it, but that's the way life goes sometimes. Alright. Oh, yeah, this is a... I guess it depends on which tractor you drive. Some tractors have terrible visibility out the back. This one seems to be pretty good, though. Because I can actually see... Well, I guess it's probably partially because of that, and partially just because... Partially because of where... how far back that thing is. Yeah, that's not a good way to do it again. It's not a straight line. It's going a little... Like, if I were to do it myself in cab, I have to be... Let's say this speed, probably. But that's probably a more realistic speed anyways. For planting, but at least this way I can adjust it and not screw it up, right? From in cab at least, right? So I don't normally do this, but this is probably how fast I would have to have it, because any corrections you make are really drastic if you're going too fast, which makes it really unfortunate. But, you know, I guess this speed's probably a bit slower than it really needs to be, so 3 kilometers is probably, yeah. But like I said, you do get a chance to see where your implement is going much easier, and you can adjust accordingly, so I guess it makes sense. Because technically, if you're driving this tractor in real life, you probably wouldn't be looking forward. You'd probably be looking behind you, I would imagine, to see where your implement is as opposed to where you're supposed to be going. Because I guess you've probably, well, in a lot of cases, the people probably have spent years and years and years on the same farm, so they know exactly where things are. But also with precision agriculture these days, I suppose doing something like this at this particular pace is probably not necessary anymore. But it still would be slow. It wouldn't be like super fast by any means, so. I didn't think we were going to have enough seed for this one field just from that, but I guess we do. Just going to get this last little bit here. Let's get the last little bit. Might as well. We're kind of here anyway, so. Perfect. Nice. Alright, now we also have the big field, which is way over here. So let's do canola on the big field, because we got barley over here. What do we have in the field over there? We haven't done anything on that one field yet, so... oh, this hasn't been fertilized. Oh, we probably should have fertilized this first then. Where's a good place to start? I guess it really doesn't matter. Alright, so I'm actually going to speed this up a little bit. I'm not going to do it in cab just because that is pretty slow in cab. Alright, there we go. Nice. This was good. And should be okay now. We'll see how it works out. He may or may not be okay, but it'll be funny to see how far he actually gets. Technically, I think a lot of times when you have canola seed, it's a much smaller seed, so in terms of trying to get it to do what you want it to do, it's not what I mean at all. In terms of how many seeds you actually need, so because that particular seeder was like pretty much half full, it's not a big deal, but if it were not full, it would probably be well, I don't know. I'm not sure how it works in this game, because I know some games it will make a big difference if you switch between seeds. Like, for example, when you plant canola using the Moralistic mod, you use less seed, but it's more expensive, so stuff like that. Excellent. Let's set this guy on his way. Now, nearest. There we go. Perfect. He's chilling out still. This guy's chilling out still. This guy's almost running into things. He seems to be doing alright though. It's not too bad. Considering it's the computer figuring out where it's supposed to be going, that's pretty darn good, I guess. It's not completely stuck, so that's good. I'm surprised it won't... it's not following the contour of the field very well, though. That's for sure. No, it really isn't. Wow. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do at all. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, it's not following contour of the field, so let's just go ahead and do that ourselves, apparently, because the auto tractor is not doing a very good job of following the contour of the field. It might just be because they're too sharper turns. Like if they're more gradual turns, it seems to be all right, but as it gets to like bigger turns, it seems to have more trouble with it. So I don't know. Not 100%. So it is something to keep in mind, as always. All right. $20,000 again. Nice. Probably actually buy another field at this point in time. Which is kind of funny when you think about it. I could say we just bought a field, but you get to a point in the game where you kind of like, you know, you're making some good money. You can buy a couple things. You could add another tractor to the mix. You can do whatever you want, basically. So, all right. So this guy seems to be, maybe not. We'll continue a little bit. So I think what I'll do is I'll continue that off screen. I'll do the headland off screen, and I'll come back shortly in my time, but for you it'll be a couple days probably. So I'll come back in the next episode and we'll finish planting this field and we'll finish with the baling, I think, because there's so much going on right now. And I'll double check to see what was causing the lag there. Anyways, my name has been Iain Robson. My name is Iain Robson, I should say. This has been Farming Simulator 2013. We're playing on the Glenmalure farm. Catch you guys later.